Katie's working on the circling game here, doing changes of gaits and changes of direction, which is the game number 5. Teaches the horse to have um, working on their responsibilities of maintaining gait and maintaining direction without being micromanaged. Which is really nice out on the trail. She's using the 22-foot rope, which is a level 2 distance. Disengage the hindquarters and friendly game. This is level 2 friendly game. Katie, can you come closer down to me so you're in the video better? I don't know that you need to be so far away from me. Okay. Just so they can see a little bit better what you're doing. So can you go out in front of me so the sun's not in my eyes? And I can't really see. If you're out that way, I can see what's happening. Otherwise, I can't. Okay. That's a porcupine game, number 2. Backing up, zone 1. Again, zone 1 on the chest. Porcupine game in zone 2. Moving our 4/4 around. Porcupine game in zone 3, yield the hindquarters. Then the other direction, same thing, just going the opposite direction. And then just keeping Snickers from eating. Yielding zone 2 with the driving game, which is rhythmic pressure rather than steady pressure. Then yield the zone 3, which is always easier for left brain horses, which is what Snickers is. So the yielding of the hind end is a lot easier for her than the yielding of the 4/4. Draw. That's the opposite of the drive. Yo-yo game number 4, which is just draw and drive, forwards and backwards. It's helping the horse to become balanced, that they can go forwards and backwards equally well. It's really easy for a horse to go forwards, but it takes a lot more skill to go backwards. That was the drive, and that's the draw. Learn to pick her feet up and look where she's going. And to follow without running over Katie. Now we're going into the weave, which is the pattern for pole bending. And it's more practice with drive and draw. Draw and then drive. And obviously she's just still kind of getting it. Still in progress. And this is another level 2. Now she's working on the figure 8, which is the basics of the barrel racing pattern. So you got to start with a figure 8 before you go into clover leaf, getting them to understand going around objects. And again, it's all just drive and draw. Drive her around and draw her back. A driving game to back up. Then we're just going over obstacles as part of the squeeze game number 7. That's game number 7. So there she just jumped like a probably 18-inch barrel. Okay, here we go. Game number 6 is the only one we haven't done, and that's sideways, and that's what I'm going to show you right now. Any horse that can go sideways is much more, develops their athleticism. And so she's real short range now since Snickers is just still learning, and then more squeeze going between her and the corral is game number 7, the squeeze, another form of game number 7. And now she's going to sideways her back the other way. So we always work on everything left and right. So yield the forequarters, yield the hindquarters, and so it's just putting together the parts of the driving game. Eventually they get to where they're out at the end of the rope and it's really smooth. And okay, Snickers has been standing here tied up, which is another good big horse skill. And now we're just going to throw the saddle on her from both sides, just to show that she's really comfortable and confident being handled on both sides. Just got the little baby saddle that we have, just that she's so small still. And now she's just throwing it up from the left-hand side, just to show that she's comfortable with the saddle either way, even being tied up. She's standing still. not having any issues. Standing nice and quietly. When you get done with that, Katie, you can pick up her feet. So we didn't get that in there yet. You can pick up all 4 feet from one side, which is just for picking out your hooves or trimming hooves, whatever. Being able to reach underneath. Her legs all healed up.
Better.
Katie, can you pick up all 4 feet from one side?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay.
Just been
Doing both.
doing from one side or one or the other.
You want to try that from both sides?
Yeah.
I mean, reaching underneath.
Good girl.
So she can reach underneath and pick up the far hoof. That's a level 1 thing you need to do before you ride your horse, to make sure you can pick up all 4 hooves from the same side. There we go. And that she trusts you and you trust her to get down underneath her. That. Okay. Very good. And now we're going to go over to the trailer. Here we go. So the last thing is the trailer loading. Been working on this one a lot, getting her really confident getting in and getting tied up. She's pretty good with that. Just struggling a little with backing up out of the trailer. Needs more practice with that. But she'll walk right in and stand there nicely. So of all the things we've worked on, or Katie's worked on, this is the one thing she needs to have regular practice with, is just getting in the trailer and then backing up out of the trailer rather than turning around and going forward out of the trailer. She's quite fine with that.